What's going on, guys? I just wanted to bring you a quick update in the world of Lunar Classic and the overall market so you guys can be fully up to date. With that said, let's jump straight onto the charts here. Remember, nothing in the video is financial advice. And look at that. We are potentially coming down to retest pretty much exactly the lines that I was hoping for. As you know, yesterday on the channel, I told you about a trade that I told you about the day before, and it played out pretty much perfectly. We take this line from here. Potentially, it's a triple bottom here. We take this line, we move it here, and that gives us an approximate way to get into a long position once we break this line here. And it pretty much smashed it. So congratulations to anyone who got involved in that trade. Of course, there was a riskier trade by getting involved here. Not something that I would really be messing around with. But if you do want to make the best of the current volatility, BitGet has over $10,000 worth of deposit bonuses happening right now. Right now, as we speak, down there in my description, you got $10,000 worth of deposit bonuses. So you might as well get the best of that while it's still there. And with that said, what do I think is going to happen next? Well, we have this very strong level of support down here at 0.22, and hopefully we can hold that. If we do lose this position here and we don't, in fact, just put in, a higher low here and continue upwards, we lose this 0.23. Of course, coming down to the 0.22 would be on the cards. If we break that, then our next real line of support is way down here at 0.18. And of course, there is still a potential for us to head back to where we were before we started this huge run for Lunar Classic. So please keep in mind that that's a possibility. On the channel, I was talking about taking profits in these points of euphoria. That's something you can do. If you didn't do it, it's no problem. Dollar cost averaging if you are someone who believes in this for the long run, or if you sit in the position where I do, where you bought a little chunk of it a few months ago and now you're just holding on to see what's going to happen. All of those are perfectly reasonable opportunities. Now, Bitcoin, good old Bitcoin. What's happening? We broke through this descending trend. Of course, we made some lovely moves here, spoke about that on the channel as well. But right now, we are not breaking this 21,950. Once we break that, we're potentially in a new trend. But as we speak, we are not yet in a new trend. I think people are getting a little bit too excited too quickly. So we need to pay attention to this and not get too euphoric, right? We haven't changed our trend yet. So we need to wait for this to happen. And if we do head over here, we can see that the line that I would say a similar breakout and retest would be around here at 20,300. That could be good. We may have retested that region already and potentially heading higher. My first level of resistance on a shorter term time frame is around here at the 21,200. I am hoping we can break higher through these resistance. Of course, 21,200, 22,600, and 24,500 are really the ones that I'm watching first before really feeling any amount of bullish mentality in my head. We haven't even broken the trend that I'm talking about yet. So pay attention to that. Now, up here at plus 30,000 is where I'll start to feel a little bit more bullish. And that's when we can start to see altcoins really flourish. But until we're really there, we just got to chill out. Making the best of short-term volatility, of course, is always a good idea in my opinion, but staying safe. With that said, we do have the big old whale, the big old Bitcoin whale wallet that we watch here on the channel, just sold very recently 1,000 Bitcoin. Now, potentially he didn't sell. That's something you need to understand. Maybe he just moved 1,000 Bitcoin. Maybe he moved it onto an exchange and sold it. Maybe they moved it onto an exchange and didn't sell it. But every time we see a sell, they're normally very good at catching these sorts of moves. So as you can see, they sold here at 20,000 and then they rebought a little bit, about half of that at 19,300, accumulating more Bitcoin. We saw here this sell. This is the sell that really caught me on to what was going on here, 22,300. If we look at the Bitcoin chart here, we can see that was right here on the, what was it, the 12th of September. I'm pretty sure that was exactly when they sold. Yep. Here we go. They sold exactly just before the CPI data came out. Boom, right there. And then we crashed. So they had a very, very good sell there. Maybe it's insider information. Maybe it's a total guess. Maybe it was just taking profits. Who knows? But this is a very interesting wallet to watch just in case. And seeing a sell come in a pump like this normally isn't a very good thing. But of course, maybe they're just protecting their downside, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If we do cast our eyes back here, they actually bought 1,200 Bitcoin. And then again, around another 1,000 here, only selling off 1,000 at 20,086, and then another 1,000 here at 2,800. So maybe they're just waiting for a little bit of a pullback, small pullback to accumulate more, but I will of course keep you updated on what's going on there. We got the SPX or the S&P 500 continuing to trend upwards, which is good. We see this positively correlated with the markets. However, we did see Meta drop 20% just the other day, or I think it was today actually. No, it must have been yesterday. But terrible drop there. Not so good earnings. Same with Google, but they only slightly missed. And yeah, you would think that this would affect the S&P 500, but potentially we are already in peak fear, right? So anything else was already cooked into the market, and now we can see some positive action from where we are now. I do, however, think that we are really just in a bear market rally because the macro does not look so good. But another positive sign is that we may have just put in a lower low here. From here, putting up here, lower high, lower low, potentially changing the trend of the DXY, which could be awesome. This could be good for us. So we got a lot of good stuff happening. But remember, even with Bitcoin, this chart doesn't go back far enough, but even with Bitcoin in 2018, 2019 bear market, we did have a rally of around 300%. So keep that in your mind. It is possible for us to rally without it being a new bull market. So make the best of the profits that are there, but remember to take profits if you see them. Don't be scared if we go higher and you miss out on more gains, because no one ever went broke taking profits. That's my opinion anyway. Of course, you guys have to do whatever it is you want to do out here in this crazy world of crypto. And of course, hopefully I provided some value, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.